Hi, I'm Rick Suyo with Hayes TV. Imagine seeing George Foreman crooning on stage here at the Hayes Center, or Serena Williams lyrically lamenting. Or how about Tiger Woods boogieing, not bogeying? Well, they're all going to be in Blowing Rock. Well, maybe not exactly, but at least a group of professional actors and singers will be spoofing all of these athletes in the off-Broadway hit comedy musical Chuckleball, which will be performing here at the Hayes Center on Friday, April 15, part of the Blue Ridge Food and Wine Festival. I had a chance to sit down with Christiana Little, one of the talented performers in Chuckleball. Okay, so tell me a little bit about maybe the casting process. I'm interested in how you were just started to get involved with Chuckleball and how you were selected to be one of the performers.
Right. Well, I saw Chuckleball posted on one of the major casting sites. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know anything. I didn't know anyone in the show. I'd heard of it, but I wasn't connected to it previously. And I was the one cardinal sin of auditioning. I was late to my audition. I had a typical New York transportation nightmare, and so I ran from the subway. I'm huffing and puffing. My face is bright red, and I run in just right on time. Like my audition was at 11 a.m. I walk into the room at 11 a.m. because I'm a professional. And I sang my song, and then they asked for my impersonation of Sarah Palin, and then they had me come back because normally I wear glasses and I do resemble her. And then they liked what they saw. They called me back. They had me sing a song as the voice of a horse that was about to be turned into glue to the tune of Tomorrow from Annie.
Wow.
And then I got the gig, and you know. The great thing about my fellow castmates and the great thing about the producers is that they do look for people with a really eclectic background because in every performance we bring all those influences in. So we've had people who have, done national tours of Broadway shows. I have, an operatic background and also sketch comedy. We have people that have worked at theme parks and cruise ships and juggled and all these crazy things. And so the more eclectic, the more interesting our castmates, the more we can bring to the show.
Oh, well, that's great. That's a lot of diversity in the show.
Absolutely, yeah.
Cool. Well, I guess this is a good time to give Jason a plug. Jason is the co-creator, is that right? And director of the show?
Mm-hmm, that's right.
Yeah, so you auditioned for Jason.
I auditioned for Jason and also virtually for Ian Nemser, who's the co-creator of the show.
Okay.
He is our West Coast contingency. He lives in California.
Okay.
But they videotaped, so then they were able to, send clips back and forth and go, oh, I like her. Oh, me too. Oh, she's so great. That's exactly what they said.
I'm sure it was. Okay, well, tell us a little about Christiana Little. Tell us a little bit about you and the...
Very easy name. That's the first thing you need to know. My name is very hard to pronounce. I'm from Austin, Texas.
Okay.
I moved to New York 4 or 5 years ago to go to school at Manhattan School of Music, where I got my degree in classical voice, so opera. But prior to that, when I was still in Austin, I'd done a ton of musical theater. I taught children's theater. I taught improv. And then after I graduated with my music degree, I decided to kind of get back to my musical theater roots. And so I've been auditioning for a lot of that type of thing. Got into Chuckleball, which I'm having such a blast. But yeah, and on top of that, I teach voice lessons. I sing in, professional chorus here in New York. I do tons of singing.
Cool.
And voiceover work as well.
What other projects can we expect to see you on stage in the future?
Well, before I come down to North Carolina, actually, I'm starring as Eve in the new rock opera retelling of the Book of Genesis.
Wow.
Called Original Innocence, and so that's here in New York. That's a workshop version.
Okay.
And then I just got cast in a comedic short film called Hot Tamales. I'm really excited about that. That's coming up soon as well. And then also, like I said, I sing with a professional chorus, Essential Voices USA. We are the chorus in residence for the New York Pops. We sing regularly at Carnegie Hall and all over the place with some amazing artists. So I'm very busy.
So you're able to juggle all this stuff in between your Chuckleball gigs.
Mm-hmm, yeah. I have a very full calendar.
Wow. Well, let's plug your website a little bit. It's christianalittle.com.
ChristianaLittle.com, and that's spelled Christian with an A on the end, Christiana Little as in small.com, and you can learn so much about me, more than you ever wanted to know. You can read all of my resumes, you can see all my headshots, you can watch videos of me performing, hear audio of me singing country music, so many fun things. I update it constantly. That's like my favorite thing to do. So.
Well, I want to talk about one of the clips that are on your website. I mean, I was rolling off my seat, and I think you know which one I'm talking about. It's one of the performances at the Duplex.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about. This is the song that I auditioned for Chuckleball with, actually.
Oh, really?
So I thought it was right up their alley. It is called, viewers, brace yourselves, it is called the Black Guy Song. And you're just going to have to watch it to find out. It's hilarious. It is, and I say that because I wrote it. It's like some musical that I'm writing right now called I Used to Be a Fat Girl.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Semi-biographical. Yeah, so please, ChristianaLittle.com, go to the watch and listen page. You can find out what is so hilarious and shocking about the Black Guy Song.
I can only imagine what the audition was like when you sang that song. I mean, I just assumed that you got the job right there after singing that song.
I hope so. That song really, that song's gotten me a lot, yeah.
And you wrote it.
I did. I wrote it in like 30 minutes. Like once I had the idea, I was like, well, this writes itself. So it was a very quick turnaround process. And then like that night, I actually performed it in a cabaret evening at my school at Manhattan School of Music that I was hosting. I was hosting in the guise of Sarah Palin, which was so fun. And then I sang this song that, like, out of character. I did not sing the song in the style of Sarah Palin. She got to do her own song. She did a version of My Funny Valentine that I rewrote the lyrics to, that was all dedicated to John McCain. And it was basically her saying, like, you're really old, I should be president.
Well, that's great. Well, to our audience members and viewers out there that are watching this, go to ChristianaLittle.com to learn a little bit more about Christiana. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. And I just want to say the show is Chuckleball. It will be performing here at the Hayes Performing Arts Center in Blowing Rock, North Carolina on Friday, April 15. And that is part of the Blue Ridge Food and Wine Festival. So it's going to be a great whole weekend here of festivities in Blowing Rock. So we're looking forward to having you.
I'm looking forward to coming down. I'll see you then.
Great.
To see part 1 of this interview, go to www.hayescenter.org, where you'll also see other Chuckleball videos and video clips, plus videos of upcoming shows and events here at the Hayes Center. I'm Rick Suyo with Hayes TV.